Libra. Hi, I'm going to do a general love reading today. That it's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, I will be doing a extended reading, and the information for that's in the box below. I'm also taking personal readings, so if you want a personal reading, the information for that is also in the box below. Okay, so we'll get started here. So I'm using the Llewellyn deck, and I'm a Celtic Cross layout. And just as I say, to let you know that the male and female cards in this reading refer to the divine masculine and divine feminine energies that are in all of us, and not to the gender, okay? The thing I like about tarot cards is they're extremely multi-dimensional, which I really appreciate. Okay, so the card that's guiding you right now is the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels to me like at this particular point you're building, kind of a new future, but a future that's based on your experiences of success in the past. Okay, so you're adding to your repertoire of things that you felt were really supported you and were successful. And so you've got the Nine of Swords, as I drew on that too. So it's creating a lot of overthinking, okay? And maybe this will help narrow down the thinking if you just kind of look at, okay, what really worked, and not just worked for your boss or your wife or husband or whatever, but what really worked for you in terms of success. What brought you the most knowledge? What brought you the most abundance? And that's kind of what you're looking at when you're building this. So that could possibly help narrow down some of the thinking, because I can see where it's, you're in overload with the mental energy going on here. And I can understand that, because you've got the Five of Pentacles in an influence above you now. And it feels to me like it's time to come in from the cold. It's like you've kind of been feeling like if you keep going in the direction that you have been going in, you will never be able to achieve anything stable that is, long term. And so and getting kind of frustrated by trying to figure out what that might look like, then where you're heading. Okay, and as I said, maybe that'll help you if you take a look at, as I said, the things that have, really sustained you. And in the past you've got the Ten of Wands, so you've done a tremendous amount of growth in this interim period, or this period of kind of going from place to place, going from person to person, and just kind of wandering, with no kind of focus or mission in mind, and then sort of stopping and recognizing, like, it's time for me to actually build something solid here, something that's going to be substantial, okay? And so at the bottom you've got the Eight of Swords. So once again, recognizing that your thinking alone is not going to help you move into that area of spiritual, emotional kind of passion, energy. And so beginning to try to personally control the thinking and move more into intuition. And that's what I see here at the base. You've got the Ace of Wands on you now, and the Knight of Cups. And I think the Ace of Wands is there because this is an opportunity for you to really move on to this next path. Because as I say, you've got the Ten of Wands in the past with all the growth and development that you're carrying with you. And now the Ace of Wands. So it's the impetus for you to then, with the Knight of Cups, be able to offer out into the world, what you have to offer, which is cups, which is, very creative energy, heart-centered energy. And so it's like, where do I take that kind of thing, right? And intuitively, that's, I think, what'll happen there. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So in this process, and as I said, with that Seven of Pentacles, kind of starting to feel a bit more, as you're doing this process of thinking about who you are, and all the things that you've coming, the experiences and stuff, and what they attributed to become who you are. Looking at your resources, basically what you actually have to offer, because as you're moving into the future, and what you have to offer the world, and that will help you be able to put it out there, because you got the Ace of Swords here. So the Two of Pentacles is showing up after that. So I think that helped recreate the balance in your life, because here with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups is kind of looking at the balance between not just actual resources that you can put out there, but also coming from a spiritual and a heart place. So sort of looking at yourself in terms of the balance between those two energies that you have, and as much as it's regained your balance, it also helps you as you're moving more out into the world know what you're bringing. And that's what the Ace of Swords, you got two aces here, so you're definitely getting help from the universe in terms of clarification as to what you're bringing with the Ten of Wands into the next place that you're going to position yourself. With the Ace of Swords too, it's very much, because it's got a crown on it too, it's a very noble sword. It's a sword that is coming from a truthful place, and so therefore being able to take that into consideration in terms of your communication and what you could bring forward. You've got the Eight of Pentacles here, so really beginning to sort of study yourself, do a lot of research. Now that you're kind of figuring out, the things, the resources you bring forward, the heart, from the masculine energy, from, the things that you have already experienced and accumulated as resources, and then also your clear communication with the Ace of Swords. So how can that all be put together? And that's kind of what you're looking at now in this near future, is really figuring that out and where to take that. It may require, even this is a student card, it's an apprenticeship card, it's a hands-on card, but it could require you even to, maybe, and you've got the Hierophant here, attend like a university or a traditional type of schooling or institute where, you can put all these resources together and then move on from there, because you've got the Justice card here. And I think, and this is in your environment, and I think this is the universe bringing this to you because you are ready for it, because you've asked for it, and you've also put it out there. Like I say, you've accumulated all of this already. This already is your self-analysis of who you are. It's already done. It's already, you're just looking for a place to put it now, like into the world. And that's where I see this coming up with the Justice card, is that it's going to reveal that to you, because it's what you've asked for, right? And then we've got the Nine of Cups. So right, so it is. The universe will reveal to you what is your passion now and where you can take that. Okay. As I said, I kind of feel like we got the Page of Wands on the Hierophant. So I think that I think there is a message coming to you that you will probably actually be going to a higher education of some form or another, with the Eight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Page of Wands showing up here. Okay. In a position of what you want, you've got the King of Pentacles, so that makes sense with this, because that puts you in solid ground with a real grasp of who you are in terms of the resources that you bring with you. Okay, and that's in a position of what you want. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles, so you've got the three aces showing up here. So this is definitely new beginnings, and the Ace of Pentacles is really wanting to be able to offer an opportunity, have the universe offer an opportunity of opening up for you, where you can accumulate more abundance, more prosperity, a more solid grounding, okay, with that King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the King of Swords as the outcome card. And the King of Swords, with the Hierophant and the Page of Wands, is kind of like waiting for the opportunity to use that sword, the Ace of Swords here, in a way that really goes along with who they are, where they're going. Okay, if that makes any sense. just going to draw one card on that. We got the Three of Pentacles. So once again, looking for who and where, who with and where does this belong? Do I belong with this knowledge that I now have of myself and what I bring to the picture kind of thing? Where is that going to go with the Three of Pentacles showing up? So I'm going to leave it at that right now. As I said, it's time to come in from the cold and just kind of wandering about, because it's time to actually put, you know, your focus, and that's where the King of Cups is coming in, or the King of Swords, sorry, is coming into much more focused into something that you can create, you know, in the higher, in kind of the world landscape, but, you know, in a traditional kind of way, okay? Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that right now. I will be doing the extended, as I said, so if this does resonate for you, this definitely looks like kind of a career type reading. When I say these readings are all about love of one form or another, and I feel like this is moving, as it says here with the Justice card, towards what you love. Not maybe who, but definitely what you love and what you want to put into the world. So I will be doing an extended if it resonates. The information's in the box below. And I'll just draw one oracle card now from the Wisdom of Avalon. And we've got the Rebirth card. So that totally makes sense here. So it's not the initial birth, this is now the rebirth. So this is, I'll just draw one more card for you here. And we've got risk. Okay, so these are the paths. These are pathway cards, both the rebirth and the risk card. So it requires you to take some risks here and put, you know, and to kind of break down the risks, do a new research and really getting clear who you are and what you have as to what your passions are with the Nine of Cups here, because the universe is ready to bring that to you, okay? All right, I'm just going to leave it at that now, and we'll see you next week.